Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, I thought I'd read one last little lore tidbit here. After the breakdown of weather patterns, successful meteorologists grew to mythical esteem. Those who accurately predict the fluctuations of temperature and pressure drops that signal the whiteouts are considered amongst the most prized city assets. Added a little flair in there just myself, just to catch up a word that I glanced over. Anyways, here we are, possibly the last episode, I would assume so, of our Frostpunk 2 content on the channel for a while, considering the beta just lasts up to 300 weeks in-game, and we're currently on week 251, with time melting away, as it were. Now, well, we'll check that in 1 second. I thought we could do a little quick recap here, although ultimately I'll be a bit more brief with it than I've been in the past, as, you know, it's a demo, so we can't go any further anyway, so some of the choices just ultimately do not matter. But it's good to know where we're currently at. So our Ice Bloods are skeptical with this. I would imagine that that's them probably protesting, if I was to guess. I was just wondering if I could see if they own any of the districts again. I'm so sure I've seen that overlay where you see who owns what district, but I don't know why, but I don't know how to see that, you know? I'm probably just missing it. Anyways, so where are we at right now? Well, basically, our stockpiles are all pretty good. So, shelter, we've got more than we need. Food, we've actually got a little less than we need. We're drawing from the stockpile on that one. We have more materials than we need. We've got more goods than we need. And coal, our stockpile of 60,000 is actually currently full. However, I've noticed something quite weird, which is this says 51 weeks remaining, but it's draining faster than that. Definitely. I looked over the last episode and I was like, yeah, this is depleting faster than it should be. I don't know if some of it's going to waste or if it's just miscalculated how much time we really have. But that's going to run out before our time runs out, I guarantee it. 51 weeks remaining, you'd think that'd be perfect for when the demo ends. Guarantee it's going to run out beforehand. At least from what I looked at in the previous episode, we're chewing through it at almost double that speed, and it might be even true of this one too. So we'll check on that as well. Now, something that we're actually researching at the moment is hospitals, because our biggest problem was squalor, and therefore sickness and disease. So, squalor can just make people unhappy and slow down and cause places to fall into disrepair, but it causes a little bit of disease, and then that can cause your workforce to go absent. So we've got 336 people absent right now, and it's just freed up a bunch of workers because I think that we've got... Well, I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's just let time play and see what this is all about. Yeah, it's what I thought. So, the Ice Bloods have begun protesting, the city is changing, and for the worse, more decisions like this, and it'll endanger everything we stand for. They demand you repeal the machine attendance. They also dislike all due maintenance, machine-adjusted shifts, and accept all outsiders. We are not repealing that right now. So that was actually a bit of a controversial one that was posted, right? And I don't really see why. If we were just to go over that law again really quickly. Yeah, here we are. Oh... little inverted color on this one. So, machines will take over the burden of work from humans. Workplaces will be optimized for machines, with workers relegated to maintenance roles. A drastic step towards progress is what it said. So the workforce requirement has been decreased overall, and that's actually freed up a significant portion of our workers, but also we just closed down a food district. Something that's happening in this game right now is we are rapidly getting through all of our deposits. There's very little food left, and coal is dwindling. You can see that they want you to get out to the Frostland ASAP. So currently, we actually have 40 available Frostland teams. The storm is now past, and we've just unlocked the Sour Vineyard area to kind of explore. Alright, so, a storm was coming and we needed shelter. Luckily, one of our scouts knew of a system of ice caves nearby. We bedded down for the night, occasionally poking holes in the snow that sealed the mouth of the cave, and one of us felt the call of nature and crept towards the back of the cave, then shouted, "Nature forgotten." Laid carefully in form-fitting holes, lined with smooth red fabric, were gleaming cores, as if in some other civilization they were sacred. So we could take the cores, which require 5 Frostland teams, with a 10-core stockpile. I guess they bring back one at a time or something. Now, we currently have 25, and I don't even know what they're used for. Specialized mechanical components to construct advanced buildings. Yeah, I mean in the game. Like, obviously in the first game, you used them to build automatons and, like, power some of your buildings, but I mean, so far in the demo, we haven't seen a use for them. We started with 25, and we just have them. So, in that regard, I'm going to say just leave it, you know? Come back later. We're not going to have the time to get it. Now, that leaves us with 40 Frostland teams, and the ration bunker is just about out. So we're going to have 45 in a matter of 6 days. So basically now. And then we can assign it to go somewhere else. So, launch an expedition to the mountains. It could give us coal and materials. Coal and materials here. This is only 8. And that's 32. We could do both. Let's do the valley. And let's do the mountains. And see how that goes. Alright. Zoom back in. That's the time. Oh yeah, so the protest is beginning. So this is one of our food districts, so we're going to be spending food while they're having a little bit of a... throwing a tantrum. But again, I think we could just dismiss this if we pay them off or maybe make a promise. They weren't that unhappy with me. We grant them an agenda so they can pass the next law. That brings them back up to neutral. And that should, I think, lower down the... Yeah, there we go. It's as easy as that. Almost too easy. Well, I say it's almost too easy. It's easy for us because we had a solution. But if they were any unhappy or if we didn't play with a balanced approach to each of them, it could be a lot more nasty. But I think we'll be okay. Plus, we had a bit of a stockpile. Right, so the other thing would be that squalor is quite bad and we're currently researching a hospital. So we have a free building slot in the city itself, just over in this district here. So it's an empty building slot, so I'm hoping we can put the hospital in there and it doesn't take too many workers. Coal is currently full, actually, which is quite an interesting problem to have. But we're about to... No, we've already depleted that coal. 45 weeks, you see what I'm saying? Only 3 weeks have passed for us right now, maybe 4. And yet 6 have dropped from this. It's definitely just marginally decreasing faster than I expected. I wonder, is it to do with the grinding coal mine or something? Is that, like, not contributing to what's coming out of... Like, it doesn't actually calculate that for some reason? Very weird. I don't mind. Like, it's fine, the rate. I just wish the time it told me that's remaining was accurate. So I'm going to watch, right? We're at 255... Let's wait till a week ticks over. Alright, so 256. Week 256. There are currently... I can't even see that now for some reason. There we go. There's 232 left on this. And there's 42 left on this. So 232 and 242. I'm going to wait 2 weeks. We're going to go 2 weeks, right, to 258, day 1, and see if these have gone down by 2. If they have, they'll both have even numbers, right? They should have 40 remaining and 230 remaining. Let's test that out. Just as a bit of a test, you know? It's kind of an important number. All right, so we just hit week 258. In that time, our food district actually went offline. So let's see what we're on now. 38 weeks remaining. It's consuming twice as much, basically, then, by that measure. What about this one? 228. Yeah. What's going on with that? That's not right. How misleading is that? That needs to be updated or fixed, or if I'm reading in the wrong place, that's just not, I think, not very good at telling me that information. I knew something was off. I was looking at the video, like the previous video, and I was just like, this isn't adding up, you know? I'm glad I've actually found that. Alright, anyways, so our expeditions are heading out towards the mountains. That one's almost done the valley. So we've got a problem now, right? So food is completely stopped. And that's because this has been, it's fallen into disrepair. So we'll pay 100 heat stamps to fix that. It's back online. I'm going to build another bio-waste hot drum in here. Place that in there, get that built. And that should up the food production so that we're okay. Because our food has just gone offline from outside. So we've got 5 Frost teams right now. Frostland teams not doing anything. I would have liked to get the rail system developed in this as well if we could. Now I've got a little bit more money. We could go with logistics and get the Vanguard Logistics Bay. That's 15 extra teams, so that's another 20 we'll have in total. So put that into there and we could send them out maybe as well. We're going to be desperate to get some extra food especially. Coal is okay though. We're still at a full stockpile. So we could actually turn one of these off for a little while just to save a bit of workforce and materials, I guess. It's either that or build a new stockpile, but I don't think we have the space to do one. Maybe actually over there we could do a stockpile, but I need more money now. So what do we got going on right now? Council in recess for a little while, and the hospitals is on the way. The Icebloods are unhappy again. I don't know, actually, I probably missed what I... Oh, probably building another one of those hothouse drums might have upset them. What did I say? I said that they could do their own law, right? So we'll see if it should get floored now. Use grant agenda on the foragers. can't do that with them though, right? Because we just told the Ice Bloods they could do it. Yeah, but right after them we could grant them an agenda. As long as they don't forget that, it should be okay. 19 weeks. So the next one's coming up now. Right, so unproductive do maintenance. So they want to flip it, kind of how I was talking about in the previous episode, where they're just going from one to the other. This is the unproductive do maintenance. Currently we have everyone just does a bit of maintenance to help, but the Ice Bloods want just the unproductive to kind of pull their weight. So let's just see if it goes through. I'm not going to influence it one way or the other. I could take or leave either, you know, the result either way, really, because they seem quite similar. Damn, they lost by just one. Find a permanent source of fuel outside the city. Yeah, never did. Still haven't. Insanity is trying to pass this same unproductive do maintenance madness again and again. Yeah, exactly, right? They just keep trying. Now, grant the foragers. So we could say to them, grant agenda, right? There you go. I kept my promise. Trust rises and relations improve with the foragers. They should be happy. Now it's our turn to it's our turn to decide. Says Abner Fletcher. So the names that pop up here seem to be, I could be wrong, they might not be, but I have a feeling they're the people that are actually in the law chamber. Citizen Allen, a technocrat. So the question would be, like, is one of these people Citizen Allen? Yeah, so Icebloods seem to have, like, more standard names, but all of the technocrats, their first name is Citizen. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, or why that works that way, but no, I was wrong. No Citizen Allen in the law chamber, so that's just a technocrat, I guess. A generalized technocrat. Right, the hospitals are almost done. 44 sick people are unable to work in the city. Our next population growth is going to be soon, so again, it'd be good to both build a hospital and expand the housing a bit out this way. Alright, so the recovery hospital has been researched. And in the housing side of things, we have it here. 200 workforce, 100 heat stamps, disease is significantly decreased, and pop growth is slightly increased. A hospital outfitted with maternity wards and rehabilitation facilities to ensure that patients fully recover before being released. And it goes. So hopefully we can rein that back in. That's squalor actually. Disease is only minor, but it is growing, so let's bring it back. The squalor though is increased by machine adjusted shifts and the mechanized sawmill that's out and running at the moment, but ain't changing that. Alright, let's check the Frostland. God, it takes such a long time to chart the territory, actually. I was really hoping we could chart it and then get some trains rolling, but I just don't think I have the time. I need like another 50 weeks or something. But just for fun, let's see if we can research that. Railways. It needs 100. Damn it, I don't have the money. We'll have it soon. This place is still turned off while we're blowing through some coal. We can turn it back on now for a little bit. Actually generates some heat for us as well, which is nice. That's an interesting problem that you run into when these deposits get fully tapped. I guess we run out of heat. The little benefits we get from them. What do we have here? Max Horkheimer. Research. Oh, this is the guy we had in the... Yeah, machine... Okay, so this is the guy that was upset about the machine attendants in the previous episode. He's standing with a gun in his mouth. They want my mind. This awful, wretched mind that spawned what they wanted. All of us are scum. We should have destroyed that research. Burned the whole institute down if need be. I will not let them do this again. I will not allow this. If they want my brain, they'll have to scrape it from the wall. Today, I pay for my sins, and they will pay one day too. Wow, okay, I mean, I don't really get it, to be quite honest. This guy's gonna blow his brains out, or presumably just has now. Because we have machines working, but we have automatons in the game anyway. How is it any different? What am I missing from that? Let's read that one more time. In the law screen, right? Machine attendants. They will take over the burden of work from humans. So I guess it's like, okay, we're not working at all. We are now just maintaining the machines. The workplaces will be optimized for machines with workers relegated to maintenance roles. So we are maintaining the building, presumably, the machines themselves. I mean, that's a hell of a feat to now have every worker replaced by some sort of machine. And are they sentient? I would assume not, right? I would assume they're just kind of like crude automaton type things. I'm also kind of... That's a weird one, man. They need to rework that, I think. Just because I see what they're going for. It's very real world, like, ooh, automation, you're gonna lose your job, or whatever. It seems to be a little bit like that. And he's like, what have we done, you know? Where's it gonna lead to from here? Next thing, they'll be making, snowmen. They'll be taking our art away. So I get where they're, like, you know, in the real world I totally understand, but in this setting, don't quite understand that, really. It's like, we didn't have enough workers. That was the message we got. It's like, hey, there's a strain of the workforce of the city. We can add machines so that we, you know, have a decrease in workforce. What's the drawback? Are they going to take over? Maybe we have to go further and see. Would they take over or something? Guess we'll find out. There must be some other drawback I'm overlooking right now, because it doesn't say... He talks about blowing his brains out. It's not like they're putting a brain in the machine, right? That'd be awesome. But no, I don't know. Weird. It seems a little drastic, is just what I'll say, to end it all for that. By the way, we can actually turn on another district here and have more teams going out. I forgot about that. Let's do that. So now we've got another 35. We can get exploring in a different direction. Maybe the mountain's out this way? Well, we already went for... It was coal and materials. That's coal and goods. The mountains here is materials. And so does this. We could do both. Let's do both. Alright, we're heading out to both of the glacier and the hills. So, I was probably just a bit too slow to do all this, but we've got teams on the move now, you know? Although, the whiteout hits before the demo's even over. So they might be complete, depending on the direction it comes from. The last time it came from the north. If it comes from there again, we'll be okay. We haven't gone north, but these guys might not be okay. The ones going to the glacier and the hills. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. Alright. Do we have enough money yet for the railway? We do now. Probably totally wasteful, but let's just develop that idea. Each faction has the same idea for it, so there's no pandering or anything like that. And yeah, each of them seem to be relatively happy right now. Or neutral. They're all neutral, and that's as good as we can hope for, I think. How's the economy? So, heat okay, shelter okay, food slightly lacking, even with the new bio-waste drum hothouse. Unfortunately, we can't expand the district anymore, and that's our only source of food until we hopefully get something set up in the wasteland, the Frostland. Coal, we're burning through and spending it. There's a building not active here. We could activate that again. Now coal is stockpiling again. Bring it back up to 60k, if we can. Materials, everything's active in there. Everything's pretty good. Heat demand has just been increased, and now coal is spending yet again. It says it'll last 111 weeks. Although, I know that this is not going to last. It says 25 weeks, so it's falling just short of the demo now. It's not too bad, I guess, although it might only be 20. Durable goods has been put on agenda by the foragers. That was what we promised them. So, goods per capita is marginally decreased, so the consumption demand is decreased. But I want to see, not that it matters, well, it does matter. I know the demo's ending, but it matters to me, damn it. Where is the... Mass-produced goods is what we currently have. Goods production efficiency is increased. So lowering the demand or increasing the production. I'd say lowering the demand, seeing as our population has only grown and our production has relatively stayed kind of the same. We added one building to the district. So yeah, let them vote on it. It seems like it's going to get passed, so we'll let it through.
The proposed law has been approved.
All right. We held our nose and kept our word before, but I didn't get to read the rest of what that lady said. What did the steward expect? That we would let the that odious policy stand? Odious? Man, I have to look that word up. Don't know what it means. Hey, disease is completely gone? That's great. That's brilliant. We've got a little bit of crime creeping in, though. I think that's what this popped up with. Did it? It hasn't told us anything to do with crime. Let's just mark this as red right now. Yeah, not yet. Alright, we've got 1 week left for that one, 4 days left for the valley. Alright, it's been unlocked. Hamlin Spread. Just pause time on this. Oh. You can actually build your own trails without even connecting the things first. Basic quality trade route. Allows shipping 250 units of any resource. And we're getting the railways to see if that's what you can do instead, right? And it costs 5 Frostland teams and 25 heat stamps per section. Alright, so we have dead letters. We were scouting through a seemingly empty expanse of snowdrifts when suddenly a loud, unexpected metallic clank rang out. It led us to a long-forgotten postal warehouse. Bags stamped with a post, horn, and a crown lay full of unopened mail. We could not make sense of the language, but paper is precious. We also found full coal bins. No doubt meant to power whatever transport was supposed to deliver these letters. Salvage what's possible. 5,000 materials and 10,000 coal. 5 teams are required. Absolutely bring it back. Next one. A meager coal mine. Another one. 10 people working on that. Let's have a look. So we can't set it up right now. We need a trail. Build a trail or a railway. If we get any time, it'd be nice to just save that money and build a railway just to see it on this map. So we'll leave it at that for now because we can't actually set that up permanently anyway. These guys are going to be making their way back, I guess, are they? Yeah. Good. I assume railways are probably even more expensive and require a lot of materials, but we do have a stockpile of them right now, 15,000. Workers shredded to pieces. Oh dear. Oh, it's the machine attendance law, so here's the drawback. Steward, one of our workers was caught in an accident involving a steam hammer. Since machine attendance is in force, no one had the ability nor the authority to stop the machine. Per the legislation, a danger to humans cannot compromise the well-being of any device. Well, who wrote that into the... I didn't say that that was the part of the law. Who said that? No wonder the guy wanted to blow his brains out. He said it was his idea. What was he thinking? Anyway, quote, "It was tearing and chomping him to bits. He screamed, roared like a banshee, he did," said the manager of the facility. Soon roars turned to faint groans. A blink after that, just gurgling, and then silence. Some workers are concerned after this incident and try to engage with various machinery with extreme caution. What should be done? Amend the law. Machine attendance will decrease workforce requirement less, but it lowers our relations with the machinists and technocrats. Excuse me, or we could just stay firm. Occasional fatalities will occur in industrial or extraction facilities. And the relations improve. No. Nope. Not happy about that. Don't want people dying. We'll deal with your unhappiness in other ways. And if it has... yeah. Don't really understand this whole thing, to be honest. Not happy about that. Wow, these guys are now very unhappy. Skeptical indeed. Can we do something before they protest? We could promote their ideas. We haven't done that in a while. Public support for the technocrats. Yes. Now, the machinists. Grant them an agenda. Make a promise. Grant them an agenda. They can have the next law. These guys are quite happy. What can we get out of you? You can give me money. That's a lot of money. We need that for the rail, actually. Give it to me. 300. Over 300 heat stamps. 312. Yeah, wow. All right. This decision will extremely curb it. I missed what it said before. Something about... I just didn't see it. Something to do with the machines. The machines. Stewart stands behind us, says the technocrats. Indeed. Yes, I do. Wow, that guy's badass. He lives all the way out there. That one lone home. And an ice blood is basically out in the wasteland right now, the Frostland. We are starting to get low on food. And low on housing. The new population arrived, that's why. Let's get a new housing district. With that extra money, let's build it. Just wrap it around that way, whatever. So generous of them to donate, says the technocrats indeed. How's the research going? 14 weeks. Damn it, it's going to be done like right when... They're built instantly though, I feel like, when you do it. When the trails are done. Or pretty quickly anyway. But railway might take longer, I guess. This is a pretty good run. I didn't really suffer too badly with anything. Shelter, we're going to improve that. The food is a problem now. Not going to lie. And we're still waiting on the mountains to be researched. And these guys are coming back. They're coming back with that entire stockpile, actually, all at once, it seems. I thought it was going to be like a connection thing. 46 more people have become sick. And how are we doing out this way? They're just charting the territory right now. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's speed up time. Cold weather's on the horizon. Our stockpile is diminishing. This is done in 6 weeks. 6 weeks and we're out of coal on this extraction district, so we'll just demolish that place soon. This one is the only one that can keep us going. It's already been expanded with 2 grinding coal mines in there, so there's not much we can do to get any more out. We're getting that injection of 10,000 coal, I think, which is coming in any moment now, and some extra materials as well, which will be good. Standard Scouts has been put on the agenda by the machinists. Scouts will be trained as they have been for decades. So that's a law for this one. We have Pathfinder Scouts. They want to go back to standard. They want to reduce the... What? I don't understand. We will select the fittest candidates, so they want just everyone to do it. I understand the lore behind it, but man, there's no benefit though. So it's like, why would you go back? We can only feel a positive benefit with doing this, and you want to revert to old ways. And it's 54 and 42 against. I gotta talk them down off that one. We already negotiated with them that they could even put this up here. The technocrats are open to negotiate. The foragers, mostly against. Does this mean we can get some of the people who are against to come with us? 32 delegates. Yeah, I guess so, right? You can convert some of them. I'll vote for if we can, I'll fund your projects. A little bribe. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I hit 4, not against. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh well. Mistakes are made. My bad. Let's just let them vote then. What a waste of money.
The ayes have it.
Sorry about that. Damn. It's rare that I literally just make a full-blown, like, straight-up, in-your-face mistake. But, oh well. It happens. What a waste of money. We've promised them to give them money and go with that. Well, anyway, yeah, whatever. So the foragers will grant them funding projects, 312. So we got that money from them, and I'm giving it back to them now. So stupid. Anyway, the transport or we could just not do it. 39 weeks to go. Yeah, we'll give it to you in 39 weeks. That's definitely going to happen. We just got our increase of the stockpile of coal and our extra materials. So that's nice. So those guys are back now. We've got 35. Can we see the storm? Is it coming from the north? There it is. That looks like it. Ooh, what's that? Crevasse Fields. Well, we can't reach there in time. Because there's not really much time to explore anything. We've kind of made our bed and now we have to lie in it, right? So we've sent people out to the glacier, the hills, and all that. So we'll just see how it all goes on. Gets on. So it's done now. Lack of required deposit. See you later then. Tear it down. At least that'll help with the squalor because we're tearing down one of the grinding coal machines. Icebloods aren't too happy. Hey, sick people have recovered and went back to work. That's great to hear. We could promote them. That seems a little too free, too easy. I mean, you're giving them more seats, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the drawback. They've got 24% now, and the technocrats at 23. Interesting. Stewards on their side. I'd be like, what the hell's up with our leader? He's like so flip-floppy. One minute he's telling us to go back the Icebloods, the next minute he's telling us the technocrats are brilliant. Classic politician. Tells you what you want to hear. In the moment. He did railway. He did railway tracks. New Frostland upgrade built. There we are. Railway construction. So, just so I don't mess it up, this one's the one we want. Oh man, we have to go this way. Oh, it goes much further though. I guess that's the benefit. Because I'm a little OCD, gotta make it a straight line, of course. I can't believe we can get right there, but we just can't get quite all the way in. Oh, yeah, no, we just can't. Damn. Alright, the connection, 250, 10 Frostland teams. It'll take 5 weeks, so we will get to see it before it runs out. And that's building that, and then we need to... well, we've just done that now, haven't we? We'll have to wait till it's connected, and then we can send the team out to actually work it. Alright, fair enough. Now, there was another thing in here I noticed, so that's railways, so pretty straightforward. But on the economy side, there was Railway Hub. Not in this preview. Oh yeah, we never actually did anything with how to handle the youth. Dutiful youth or liberated youth. Never actually did that. It'll take 9 weeks. Everything's going to take too long. Oh no, it won't. We'll actually see that right before the end. Okay, then let's just do something here then. So the Ice Bloods were the ones we had to recently back. The Technocrats, we'd like to raise... Yeah, they want... Young adults are encouraged to experiment free from arbitrary bounds and judgments. Trust will rise slightly. Or crime is slightly decreased. Percentage of active workers is slightly increased. The Ice Bloods. Damn. So do we go with basically tradition or the arts? I would say, generally speaking, I'm not having an issue with trust too much, so we'll go down the Ice Blood path again. I like the Technocrats, but I seem to be leaning pretty heavily into the Ice Bloods a lot. Tension is climbing, not gonna lie, it is climbing a little bit. So we're relying almost entirely on this coal, and we're currently spending 500 per day out of the stockpile. So we are not pulling our weight with that, as there is not enough coming in. When the demo will end in 9 weeks, but I wouldn't know what to do if we ran out of that. We have to find something within 150 weeks, basically, because that's when that runs out. Otherwise, things would be really bad. It looks like all the sick have recovered, by the way, so that's pretty good. Ratbag's Walk explored. Ratbag's Walk. Great name. And there we are. A fragrant find. So, what do we get? Goods. So atop a glacier, we found sealed crates marked with the stamp of the Imperial Exploration Company. They were tied to some kind of sails. Is it possible they were dropped from the sky? For whom? Tingling with anticipation, we opened them to find towels and toiletries. A lot of them. Fragrances from a dead world we'd never smelled before. As silly as it sounds, this find increased the morale of the expedition. Plus, the men have never smelled so good. So we can take them back with us. 4,000 goods stockpile. That'd be nice, actually. And what do we have here? A meager coal mine. Another one. Oh, yeah, we need those. We need to set up another trail back. We wouldn't have the time to do it now, so we'll just tell them to go at least get this. Take this back with you. 5 Frostland teams there. A Sea of Ice. Launch another expedition. Takes 20 weeks just to even chart it, so we're not going to get to see that, unfortunately. And then here, let's take a look. Connect the trail all the way back. Do we have the money to do that? We actually do. So we can connect the trail here with our new railway. Can we reach it all the way back, or should we just bring it to there? I wonder if is bringing it to there good enough to go the rest of the way? You would think so. I think I asked that question before, so let's see. Although I don't even know if we'll have time to see. How's that other trail doing right now, though? Oh, there it is. We can see it being built. I'll have to wait for it to be done. Yeah, just gonna extend this district because we're lacking a little bit for shelter. So hopefully that'll be good enough. But over the mountaintop here, the next whiteout is rolling in. Things are about to get rough. This one will be, it's going to be a lot more painful, I feel like. We don't have nearly as big a stockpile, especially for food and stuff, which is already low. People are going hungry. Once any one of these pips gets bad, then it's just like a cascading effect, because it leads to the other ones getting bad. Odin's Veins explored. Wow, who named that? Oh, there we are. I just missed it. Sorry, it's right there. So we've got a hot bath. As we were tracking an elk, an odd sound stopped us in our tracks, running water far beneath the snow. We followed the sound to a rocky outcrop where a crack let out clouds of steam, reeking of sulfur. We rushed inside, eager for the warmth of our bodies new in another life. In the steamy cave, a little pool of scalding water bubbled away. Fat, earthy smelling mushrooms covered the walls. We filled our bellies and enjoyed an overdue scrub. Still plenty of food left in there. Take the mushrooms. 10,000. If you can get back with that, that'd be awesome. That would save the day, really. Because, oh my god, it's just creeping across, and they're going to be running straight back that direction, pretty much, to get to the city. But they're not going to make it. There's no way. God help them. Alright, the next one, Those Left Behind. While scavenging a deserted campsite, we came across a well-preserved diary. A quick skim revealed the author's catalogue of her husband's mental decline since the discovery of a black fount, likely an oil seep. Their people have begun increasing their dependence on the substance and were looking into its potential medicinal properties. He was fiercely opposed, and from the sound of it, his opposition wasn't well received. She wrote of a region similar to one southwest of here. So like I said, we don't have a compass, but I'm southwest, you would imagine out towards the Sea of Ice, I guess. But she gone. But yeah, you can start the demo again and maybe mainline out that direction, see what happens. Possible findings, coal, materials. Too dangerous to explore now. Alright, cool. How's that trail, by the way? So that should be our railway. Gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed. It does not look like a railway at all. I know the distances... Oh, it kind of does, actually, from up high. You can see the little lines on it. I was kind of hoping we could actually see a train. The outpost is under construction to bring stuff back. Then we should see something moving, I guess. You'd hope so. Oh, if it's just the little lines, that is disappointing. I really was hoping you'd see like kind of coming back. The thing is though, it's like an active connection. But even just visually, I think it'd be kind of cool to see that. Alright, the whiteout is hit. I zoomed in there and there was like no audio whatsoever, but we're at negative 90 degrees now. That's 10 worse than it was even last time. Heat is not nearly good enough. What we'd have to do is hit that overdrive, which has bumped up our heat quite considerably. Right, so the difference is about 300. And we're going to be burning the fuel. It actually seems like the fuel doesn't change. It's still 810 either way, but we're just overdriving it. I don't know how that's even possible, but okay. We're overheating it, basically. And the available coal we've got none in storage anymore. It's just 810 required by the generator that's coming out of our mines right now. It's just everything. Oh, we are getting 300 from the meager coal mine, though. That's not bad. So apparently this connection is active right now. Just that's straight up how it's done. Shipping by railroad increased outpost efficiency to the city. And they can actually go, the rail seems like it can go through here. Now that wasn't the case for regular trails. And that seems to be it, guys. That's basically it. That's the demo over. I want to play so much more of the game and learn so much more about it, see the story unfold, but I was alright. I don't think we really had anyone die. Apart from that guy who shot himself. Alright, well, GG's. That was fun. Disappointing that we didn't see the rail, though. I was kind of hoping to clinch that at the end, but oh well. Anyway, you know what the future holds, but for now, it is time, Stuart. You've reached the end of Utopia Builder Preview time limit. I encourage you to dive back into the snowy wastes of the Frostland, as the preview holds 2 different endings depending on your playthrough. So you can actually... Okay. Damn. We didn't get either. I thought I did pretty well, but maybe I was just too slow to explore. I guess so. Get ready for more exploration, management, factions, and dramatic choices to be made once the game releases on July 25th, 2024. They also posted over on their Twitter that this demo comprises of around 40% of the total game in terms of showing you things, not in terms of time. They were like, there's so much more to the tech tree, resources and things that just weren't even in this preview. So they're like 40% of the game is kind of somewhat available in this, but obviously there's no story. There's obviously 4 maps, but we can only play on 1 right now. There's Broken Shore, Fractured Gorge, Horizon. They have the workers and merchants, the lords and thinkers, or you can play with a random selection. Got your different difficulties. Extreme was locked for this, but hard was available, so you could punish yourself even more. But man, explore 50 territories in all that time. You must have to have... like, logistics would have to be your focus. It would be fun to stream and really go for that. And let me just see. If we went to this map, and we went to the machinists and foragers, we can play on hard. Can we do the other condition? No. Alright, well, fair enough. It's nice to see that they have like a more sandbox mode in there now, because there wasn't that in the first game initially. But that's gonna have to be it for me. I love this game. I think it's super cool. It's still early. Obviously, you need to be more fleshed out to make full-on decisions about it. But remember, the game is available on Game Pass, so you can always just hold out, wait for that if you haven't pre-ordered it yourself. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'll be seeing a bit more of it in a couple months' time before it comes out as well. So I look forward to that immensely. And if you want to see more Frostpunk from me and you enjoyed this, please do let me know in the comments below, and potentially give this video a like, especially the first episode if you haven't done so as well. It can help new people kind of find the series and encourage me to do more in the future. Alright, that's going to have to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.